Hello. Hello, everyone. We're back. Oh, we have two bunnies. One moment. Whoop. There we are. Thank you, Ashbrook. Thank you. I am. Dad is back. Dad, you know, I know I said I was going out for smokes and you were worried, but, don't, it's okay. I came back. I wouldn't leave you for long. Oh, I never set up my, my closed captioning. Alright, hopefully we should have closed captioning now. Fingies crossed. Don't want to dab with lung cancer. No, I would definitely not actually go out for smokes. I've not smoked in many years. Not in many, many years. Is that closed captioning? No, there is the okay, it is. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Oh, yeah, alright. Well, I'm thinking a little Ace Attorney action. That's what I'm thinking. I do love me the Ace Attorney games. I picked up the Ace Attorney Trilogy collection a while back and played like a couple of minutes of it, it looks like, but not very much at all. Let's see here. Will it capture? It looks like it will. Alright, one moment. Roop. Why are you not... Oh, you're doing that weird thing, are you? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can do it like this. We can do it like that. There we go. We've got it. Yeah, I'm gonna need to pick those up as well, because I only ever played the first Edgeworth Investigations. Thank you, Fate. Got to do the weird thing. What weird thing? What did you get to do? What weird thing? What did I miss? What fun did I miss? What trouble are you kids up to? Second one was really good. Played the fan translation way back. Nice. Let's see. How's the volume? Currently playing Danganronpa 1. I should really play those. Do you love Danganronpa? I should probably play those. Lots of blood, murder, obviously, yeah. That's my understanding. Alright, let's just start with the first one here. The first turnabout. Gasp. Gasping. Damn, I can't get caught. Not like this. Gotta find someone to pin this on. Guys, I think I know who the murderer is. Someone like him. Make it look like he did it. I'm so good at this, I think I figured out who it was. I think it was that guy. Boy, am I nervous. Oh, hiya, Chief. Glad you made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It's my first day. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before the case? Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. It's one of the reasons I became an attorney. I wonder if this will become important backstory later. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair. Oh. Yeah, it'll never come up that, you know, the whole, like, reason why, you know, Phoenix became a lawyer, right? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah, Mia is a master attorney, being able to figure that out. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. I do love Larry. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. Can't live in a world without her. I can't. Danganronpa, another Danganronpa, Abandoned Lights, Project Eden's Garden, all really amazing fan-made Danganronpas. Oh, interesting. Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me, who took my baby away? Person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. I mean, it must be true. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. That's a mood. It's a real mood. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Also, Danganronpa Despair Time, really amazing series on YouTube that just came back off hiatus after a year. Nice. I'll have to look into those. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yeah, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. One might say one of the more serious charges. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Lol. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Gotta go get to the store sooner rather than later, so check. Okay. Alright. I'll catch you later, Necro. Be safe. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know that one. Glad I read the case report over cover to cover so many times. It's, wait. Oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Or we can click here. Cindy's autopsy reports. Cindy Stone, age 22. Breaking the fourth wall, I know. Don't worry about it. That's Cindy Stone. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. You like to get the little answers wrong? Yeah, I should probably do that for funsies, huh? She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all of my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Cinder block, yeah. Thank you, Your Honor, because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. Yeah, and show your badge to everyone. Yeah, literally, of course. Yep. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court evidence. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. Was it to you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. Words are descriptive, not prescriptive. Press tab to cuddle the bunny, indeed. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it. Objection! Your Honor, the victim's passport. Whoops, I didn't accidentally clicked off of my screen. The victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30 the day before the murder. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Alright, now, we didn't need that, Payne. Come on. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Let's just see what happens. Let's say, how bad could it be? Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, no way! That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I met her, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy. This is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. No, he went. What do I do? Just... Do we try to stop him? Maybe we should try to stop him. I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember. Well, then, we'll just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day. Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Oh, peas and carrots, rhubarb, peas and carrots. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. I trust this man. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? What's a newspaper? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. What's a newspaper? Witness account. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions, when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Best viewers on that? No. The best viewers are here, objectively. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Yes, the retro tech future that's now in the past setting. Exactly, right? I love it. I love it. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. It's true. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes. Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. going door to door, selling sufficiently when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I mean, that doesn't seem like there's anything there, like, you know, but we could press him for more information anyway. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? Find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know. He just seems strange to me. Nice argument, however, plop. Yeah. Nice argument, however, have you considered... I am a bunny with a collar. Your argument is invalid. Just seems strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course. What the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So what happened next? I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Again, doesn't seem unusual, but we can press him for information. Half open, you say? Yes, the door was half open. Open halfway. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought. I see. And what happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? To peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. Why did Payne cut him off so quickly? So he looked in the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. Are you sure she was dead? What? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. Guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I mean, he still doesn't know she was dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. So, you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. The door was 3/4 open. Objection! You said earlier that the door was half open. You changed your Yeah, but I want the testimony amended. You thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? No, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using it to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? Went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. This was back when people didn't all have cell phones. And being in the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. Ah, right. What time did you call again? I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m. Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. But what could it possibly be? Why, if it was but her time of death wasn't until between 4 and 5 p.m. How unusual. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. What was there another contradiction that you saw, Minty? Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Amend that testimony. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. The phone when he never went into the apartment, yeah. Well, he claims he just reached in and tried the phone, but, like, yeah. That he didn't really go in, but yeah. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Is this motherfucker Stretch Armstrong? He might be. Because he's stretching. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. You said heard, not saw? Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch. Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something, but if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all. We will allow it. Nice argument, however, I am gay as fuck. Exactly. I am a queer little bunny. The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything. I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. What's a video? Like a That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Notice anything suspicious? See, when I found the body, I heard the time. Why is he wiggling? Because he is nervous as fuck. How you doing, Soup? What's a television? There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. But... Nope, I meant to hit present evidence, actually, there. Sure, it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness has testified he heard the time. But wait a minute. Wait a minute, though. The electricity was out during that time. How could she have been watching a television program? Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait. I remember now. Mr. Sawit. The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? I was at Burger King, exactly. Table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon. Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. That must have been what I saw. Why didn't you tell us that in the first place? I guess it just slipped my mind. I'm not really sure how it happened myself. The witness says he saw the table clock. End of story. Now, find the contradiction. The murder weapon. Wait a minute. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright? It appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with the testimony now? Yeah, I sure do. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Mr. Saw It didn't just saw it. Wait for it. Wait for it. You're ahead of the joke, Durgis. Wait for it. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Imagine if this just happened in a court. You're like, no, actually, he's the murderer. And the judge was just like, oh, okay, yeah, let's run with it. Mr. Saw It, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Yeah. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? Imagine this just happened in court. That day, I never... Look, the clock. I heard, no. I mean, I saw. Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death! Yep, Perry Mason moment. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor. You claim the sound of the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sod heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Yep, just whipped his toupee off and threw it in our face. People like to throw stuff at Nick, you'll find in these games. I ask this court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. This certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sod heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sod, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Just move that goalpost. Move that goalpost wherever you need it. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sod. Come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. Treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. He's kind of right about that part. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. Can't believe Larry dies here. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sod. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Anybody know why? Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah. I do remember this first case very, very clearly. Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha, tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Does anybody know why? Does anybody know why? Does anybody have a guess that doesn't already know? Or should I, You are exactly right, Minty. It is the passport. It's because she had taken... Yep, exactly. She had taken it with her, and so it is on Paris time still. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. there, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it's 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Eh? There it is. You're ahead of the joke, Dirges. Meh. And then he died. We killed him with our facts and logic. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts. I love the fan theory that Detective Gumshoe just makes that confetti and throws it. Yeah. And with that, this court is adjourned. We did it. Turns out that Frank Sahwit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sahwit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sahwit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Phew, still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. Yay! I love cuddles. Thank you, Minty. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Well, his girlfriend is dead. Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. Oh, I Cindy when he's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Don't judge, Nick. Come on. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Yeah, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. You believe it? I was so into that chick. It is the first one. How you doing, Spy? and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Yeah, I love these games. I'm a big fan. I have played through... At least this first one I think I've played through several times. But yeah, I have beaten the entire original trilogy. Played Edgeworth Investigations, the first one. But yeah. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? I think the Edgeworth games just released on Steam. I do believe they did, yeah. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Still need to play the great Ace Attorney games. I hear they're good. Yeah, I haven't played those ones either. I do have like the like the period piece ones. Yeah, I do have that collection as well. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. Glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am, thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. I did play the first Apollo Justice, too, yeah. Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Don't believe in me, don't believe in yourself, believe in the me that believes in you. Yeah, that's it. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Which of the games has the Clussy? I want to say that was the second, okay. Second, okay. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. And the sixth one. The sixth one also had the clown. We thought that term died. And the second Ace Attorney Investigations. Clussy will never die. Happens a fair bit in the series. It's a little weird, right? Saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Third case syndrome. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave me I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Nick and his clown fetish. Alright. We'll just save over this. My third case always the worst. What's the third case in this one? Is the third case in this one the Steel Samurai one? Because I like the Steel Samurai one. Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Really? Do people not like the Steel Samurai case? I like the Steel Samurai case. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called me in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Thinking around about the third case, fucking sucks always. You hate it a lot. So you agree, yeah, like the Will Powers one, I like the character of Will Powers, right? Like he's cool. Thinking Rampa is so convoluted though. I should really get around to them. Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. This feels illegal, doesn't it? There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. It thinks it's a murder mystery and has first-person dungeon crawler bits and point-and-click. It's weird. I mean, that's mostly what the Ace Attorney games are, right? So, okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay, we'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. A cellular 3K Syndrome V3 had the best one, we'll say that, but it's just kind of boring. Yeah, burgers. Eat your burgers, Apollo. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine, the papers. Sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. You think they never have to have the burger seller as a character in a later game? Alright. It would be weird, right? How could you know? Ho ho. You are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Ho ho. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. As long as it's not Wimpy from Popeye. I'll gladly pay you for a burger today. On Tuesday for a burger today. Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m., Faye & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood. Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Maybe we should... I mean, let's take a look. Let's not rush or anything. Why would we rush, right? Let's take a look around. I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia the Chief's okay. I smell blood. Okay. Especially in the second game with the biggest plot hole in history. Nah, she's dead. She's not going anywhere. Exactly. She's not going anywhere. Yeah, oh fuck, he's American. Not only is he American, he is like... I have a hard time believing that the character is not supposed to just be Donald Trump. That smell. Blood. Sob. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief! Chief! Who are you? Don't you love this hippie's clothes, right? Definitely a hippie. Exactly. Exactly, Spy. It was huge. I do the best murders. Yeah. Went back to the chief where she lay under the pillow, the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally, she was cold. Chief. You know, if he'd acted a little more quickly, there would have been a chance. I mean, they say, you know, you're not dead until you're cold, right? Or actually, it's not even you're not dead until you're cold. You're not dead until you're warm again, right? But yeah, until you're like in a state of like advanced decomposition. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. Yeah, exactly. Once they're warm again, they're gone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's not even once you've gone cold, it's once you're warm again, yeah. Probably died instantly. The thinker. Lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. Looks like a statue. Actually, a clock. Made by Larry Butts. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Broken remains of a glass light stand, broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Having dealt with that back when you were in college, yeah. What time did the statue say? Exactly. We don't know yet. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Receipt added. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police. Now we're gonna call the police. Me goofing around in Tekken 8 as King. Wee! Funny command grabs go brr. Wahoo! My opponent tries hard. Doesn't rematch. Rage quits. Shame. You're too good, chicken. And find out what this girl was doing here. Well, that's clicked off, but this is not. It's painful to look, but I have to, for Mia's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. Probably died instantly. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of a glass light stand. No clues here. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel, a nice, luxurious place. Alright. Anything else? The chief's chair. A simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. All of the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case reports and recent rulings. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. But all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. The Fay & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Alright, and I think that is basically all that's here except the phone. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, come quick. What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? Never noticed the bookshelf in the back going into the little nook there. Yeah, it's neat. I know what my final words will be. Let's frame my sister, exactly. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Heard that from all the way over here. It's kind of uncanny, really. Phone receiver is missing. Yeah, alright. But yeah. Yeah, there's like a little area back here, it looks like. Honestly, for the longest time, there was an area in the Steel Samurai that I didn't even notice the sky. I mean, there's a lot of, like, little things in this game, right? That girl just now, where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh, I hope she didn't run on me. Yapes. They fix Japan's justice system. We're working on that part, yeah. We're working on that. I mean, what do you mean? This isn't Japan. Look at this hippie who likes burgers. Obviously faking, can't see the dead body from across the way because it's under the window. You right? Well, I do believe that's a point actually in the trial. So I think you're ahead of the game on that one because I do believe that comes up. Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside of the courtroom. What? Traditional American spirit medium outfit. No, she's a hippie. Shish. Hippie. Shish. Shish, shish, shish. Why? Did you know I'm an attorney? I'm sorry, I've never seen that before. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. What a coincidence. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. Wee, wee, wee. Oh, Maya, get ready to see it a whole lot more, yeah. Yeah. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe. What an odd name. I think it's weird that Nick mentions that's a weird name, but not, like, you know, all these other names that are, like, puns, right? We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. A moida. Must have been that woman I saw. Alright, we're not doing that, boys. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Not every other single name in this series. Exactly, right? Great, just great. No, Mr. Bendover is a normal name, exactly. You know, Mr. Saw It, yeah, and all that. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have. Nah. Whoa. Excuse me. Eek. This word Maya here mean anything to you? Clearly that says... That's clearly A-L-A-W. You're holding it upside down? Yeah, short for mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise. What? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. Hi, I'm Victor Tim, but my friends call me Vic. I have a lot of plans for plans for a long life. Exactly. Dick Gumshoe is notoriously bad at his job because his name represents what he is. Lol. And kinda. I mean, I think, like, the idea is that he's not. It's not that he's a bad cop and a bad guy. It's just that he has the unfortunate luck of always running into Phoenix, who is literally always correct. Right. Central Center visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. You going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I mean, sorry, not a chance. Maybe if I joke a bit, she'll cheer up. Haha, no way, Jose. Just kidding. But if he didn't run into Nick, he'd have gotten a lot of innocent people on death row. I mean, it's true. But, I suppose. Whoops. I mean, that's more on like Miles than on him, though, right? That's more on like and the Von Karmas, right? That want to get their prosecute. They want to prosecute, regardless of whether someone's guilty or not. They just want their convictions, so they have their numbers. So I mean, it's not so much Dick's fault. I mean, I'm the last person to like defend a cop. Don't get me wrong, like a cab, but yeah. Yeah. Whoops, that didn't go so well. Huh? Maya? Was that a chuckle? No. Wasn't very believable, was it? Not really. I'm sorry. I just thought, since you made a joke, please, don't mind me. You're doing just fine. I was trying to cheer up who here? I knew it. No one will believe me. What? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on the edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha, so he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. Not full ACAB, but view is if they protect the bad ones, then they're just as bad. And that's exactly what it is, right? And the ones that don't protect the bad ones don't stick around. They're forced out. So, yeah. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. Nothing weird about that. A spirit medium? Be prepared to get so sick of hearing about spirit mediums for the next 3 games. I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yeah. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yeah. That clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Hear her own voice? What do you mean? What do you mean, spirit medium? I am my sister. Yeah. System is broken, but there's no way to reasonably fix it without going clean slate. You know, the police, as we know it, have only been around since the 1800s. They're not as deeply entrenched into our society as you might think. Wouldn't be that hard. Some states are already doing it. Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. Forgot how to delete those things. Hey, Zyre. We're doing a little Phoenix Wright now. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. What's a cell phone? Right. Oh. I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. So about the day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Sounds super illegal. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. He practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off, and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. The dear boy is here. Must have finished putting holes in the ceiling. Indeed. How'd that go, Zyre? I imagine it must have gone at least kind of okay since you're here. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Tell me about spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte, or medium in training? That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium, with ESP and all that. Yeah, in training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit, then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. Ceiling's done. Still need to touch up the paint on the wall that you accidentally painted when taking care of the ceiling. Yeah, you know, that's no big deal, at least. Boss was a weirdo. So Mia cheated. She talked to the ghost to get the truth. Is that cheating? Is it? I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Yeah? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go and ask him to represent me? I can't, like, shouldn't she get a phone call? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow? What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Have you seen that I am an attorney? You have to show it to everybody, you know. Alright, well, let's go talk to Grossberg. Looks at her address, realizes it's him. Derp. No, Mia has made it quite clear that Nick is not ready for prime time yet. She said, give him a few years before you turn to him for help. Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. After we look around... That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here has got money to burn. This is like Soup's apartment. Well, house. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. I misspoke, Soup. I know you own a home. You've mentioned it before. I misspoke, okay? A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Hey, what is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry, I haven't seen him yet. I see. Better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. George just has a fully grown banana trees in his office. It's true. I have full-grown carrot trees. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Oh, sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait. You're that Butts guy, aren't you? No. Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name. Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy. He was a killer. And you're no killer, right? Bananas don't grow on trees. I mean, wait. Thank you, Minty. Yeah, carrot trees. Yeah. Killer butts, indeed. How you doing, Ten? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... He's Detective Gumtree. Gumtree, was it? Detective Gumtree? Gumtree. Gum doesn't grow on trees, pal. And I'm the one in charge here, so don't push your luck. Whatever you say, Detective. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. True. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Did you know I'm a lawyer? Huh? What's that? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you. Hey, I need that cell phone. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Just tell him not so straight. We don't do much straight around here. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy, but what should I tell him? Be gay with him, then. Something the matter? Oh, no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. Now this? Says, The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. Looks like a tree to me. Single stock, go up, equal tree. Monkey wastes no time whipping it out. The attorney badge, I mean. Of course, of course. The Steel Samurai. What? That action hero on TV? Yeah, you see, that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That what she said? Yeah. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. Hey, Grumpus. It's going well. We did a little dance dash earlier, and now we're doing some Ace Attorney. I do love these games. I enjoy them very much. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again. What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue of the Thinker. I mean, we heard this conversation. So... Paper, is that it? Yep, there we go. So... Trees are made of wood. That, you know... It's very brave of you to say that, Durgis. Alright. Well, we should probably talk with him a little bit here. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? Yeah, you want to know the results, eh? Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Autopsy report added to the court record. What about Maya? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? City's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yeah, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influence in the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. But are all wood made out of trees? I'm not willing to try to figure that one out right now. I believe all wood. Well, I guess is that, I mean, you can make synthetic like wood-like substance. I don't know. Maybe. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. Do I have any wood? I mean, I'm sure we could get some minty. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. Sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then? Ah! Trying to do your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. Yep, as opposed to Miss June July, yep. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. Got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Also, about Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Yeah, that's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? I mean, no, definitely not. Of course not. Never heard of him. Whoa, you call yourself a lawyer, pal? About 4 years ago, this Edgeworth guy became a prosecutor at the age of 20. Everyone says he's a genius. Surprised you don't know him. Of course I know him. I was just playing dumb. He's a cold, heartless machine who will do anything to get a guilty verdict. There are rumors of back-alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Alright. Well, I suppose there's probably nothing that we can actually see around here of much use. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordyline stricta, pal. Cordyline stricta, pal. Who was that? The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. That's probably all there is to see. So, hey, let's go to that hotel and go talk to Miss April May. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Teehee. Memo to self. Thank Gumshoe for making my job harder. Yep, the Neko pose, yep. I forget, what was her name in Japanese? I think she's actually supposed to be a rabbit, is what it is, though. Like, I think her name is like a rabbit pun. I don't know if anybody remembers. Hey, Mr. Match. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can barely contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. Oh, thank you, Ashbrook. I appreciate that. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Foreshadowing. Umeyo Shoshiku. Umeyo Shoshiku. Her name in Japanese was Booba. Maybe. Does anybody know what the pun is supposed to mean? My Japanese isn't quite good enough to catch that. Umeyo Shochiku. Umeyo Shochiku. Yeah, my Japanese is not good enough to get that pun. The flowers are fake as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. Yeah, that's about it for me as well. Here's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. Wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey, hey! What are you doing? No touching. We're Scottish, we don't know shit, yeah. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. Wonder what could be inside that drawer. Sorry, Daddy's children are dumb as fuck, no worries. Still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? I mean, thinks Wright isn't his Japanese name. Yeah, naruhodo. Which, if you're unaware of the pun, naruhodo in Japanese means, oh, I see, basically. It means like, ah, I get it, I understand now. Naruhodo. So yeah, his name in Japanese is a pun on, oh, I get it. Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. Your name is a pun of high, middle, and low rank, apparently. Oh, okay. Umeyo Shochiku. Yeah, I'm still not smart enough to understand it, but I will trust that. You know, the four of us combined, we're still dense, yeah. Thank you for the follow, Velociter. Velociter, thank you. Welcome, welcome. Doing a little Phoenix Wright now. Earlier we were doing a little Dance Dash. I do a lot of, I do mostly indie stuff, like retro stuff, but also do some stuff in VR chat, dance games, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Thanks for following. Yeah, Ryuichi, yeah. Yeah, Ryu means dragon, and Ichi's one, of course, yep. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fei & Co. law offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. Do 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 do. Boom, boom. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. I mean, your part of the brain is lesbian thoughts. 3's part is gay thoughts, and Belly's, Mozzie's is blank, and Bailey's is a good few things we cannot say on Twitch. Fair, fair. Don't have any normal thoughts. Think like the English names, hers and Red's names are just like a pattern of 3 things. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, red, white. Yeah. I guess that tracks. So, what did you witness? You think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observe. Incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing. What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Hey, Pierre. How you doing? How's the kibby? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, boy. Could you... Just who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No. Hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well... No. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh, boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television. No, not me. I'm just a lawyer. My name is Murray Durr, yeah, and you can shorten it to Murr. Yeah. She's not as dumb as she looks. I mean, yeah. Yep. How's it going, Pear? Yep. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Nah. Do 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 boo boo do do. Did you know I'm a lawyer? Whoops. I said, did you know... I can't present from here. Did you know I'm a lawyer? We'll allow it. Here we go. Excuse me, but I'm a witness, police witness, you understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience, Me, the witness? It's just like at the movies. So yeah, I believe she's not going to give us anything. Is this inside, I wonder? Maybe later. So yeah, I don't believe we can get anything further from her right now, if I recall. I don't think there is anything more we can talk to her about. I don't think anything we present to her will get her to say anything. Yeah. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. So... we can go check back in here. Ahem! Oh, that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Ah, so, you're the one they say has been looking for me. Hindsight, it is kind of wild that the Phoenix games have a shit ton of detective work. It's weird, right? Hey, Sanford. How you doing? Yeah, that's me. Looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar? Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yeah, well, yeah. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey. Yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Acha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How'd you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even had a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you can't take the case. Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yeah, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. I think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know, Mia? Please leave now. I have nothing more to discuss with you. But first, I'm going to discuss these two things with you. She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. Had a mild panic attack this morning, but now you're laughing. Your phone wouldn't charge, and it ended up being a dead charge cord. Well, at least it was only the cord, yeah. At least only the cord. That's quite a painting. Ah, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. I mean, I don't think anything we show him is going to convince him. Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. He seems pretty hell-bent on not helping us, so... No lawyer worth their salt would possibly help Maya. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know. So she could still be alive. I'm sure this won't be important later. I'm sure this is the last we'll hear about spirit mediums in all of these games. Particularly, you know, the mother. I'm sure we'll not find any... There'll be nothing to do with her. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. I'm sure this incident is unimportant. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined. After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced that she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yeah, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. Whoops. I had accidentally clicked through that. Let's see. Feel bad for her all by herself up on that mountain. Okay, that's all it was. Alright. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. She, my mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. Somehow Nick never heard about this, even though laughingstock of the entire nation. White. Excuse me? What? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? I mean... yeah, we're definitely just gonna go home. There's nothing left here for me to do. She'll be better off with a state-appointed lawyer. I think I'd better get home now. Goodbye. It was a few days later when I found out how the story ended. The result of the trial was in the newspaper. Guilty. I'll probably never meet her again. Did I make the right choice? Will I ever know? Mia. You can hear me. If you can hear me, please tell me. I actually didn't think you'd get an ending there. No, okay. I can't let that happen. I'm not leaving here until she takes me as her lawyer. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well... I don't know why. To be honest, I don't know. You don't know? Is this girl sitting in front of me the killer? All the evidence seems to say yes, but there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior, was that all an act? And the way that lawyer refused to help out Maya. But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know, I've been there a long, long time ago. I love this, like, super mundane origin story that Nick has, that gets leaked to us so slowly, and it's like, it's so, like, nothing. Why did he become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. There's only one thing I know for certain. I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right. Thank you. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. That's not foreshadowing or anything. She looks like a completely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. And then he lawyered all over the place. He lawyered so hard. I like when he yelled objection and then he lawyered all over those guys. It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? I too am sometimes interested in what is in strange people's drawers. It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. All right. Did you know I'm a lawyer? I've never seen that before. You so have. I have showed you several times already. By the way, I got this. Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice? Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. Well, now that we've bummed you out... I was dripping with exactly such sarcasm. Oh, I've never seen that before. Your lawyer badge. Wow. No idea. Never seen it. Not once. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. You know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities? If you have no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. In this person's room, that is not your room. Go ahead and stay, though. It's fine. Yeah. Wait, no, hey. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot. Yeah. Came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. It's not like that's a super common name or anything. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? Thought he might have forgotten what happened a minute ago. Exactly. I love when games do that. And movies. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap added to the court record. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. Without presenting it to the court first for verification or anything. We're just gonna go, I found this illegally! Yep. For Maya's sake, I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean... Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still here? Oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. But of course. Just gonna pour myself a drink here. One moment. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. No, I'm not going to do that. I keep trying out these voices, and I'm like, no, we're not doing that this entire time. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Yep. I read it too. If he shows any sign of weakness, Miles will be on him in an instant. Sir Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts on this case, Your Honor. I see. Feel so bad, dude. Just completely schooled a poor King player. You know. Snake voice works for every character. Yeah, well, you know, the problem with doing the snake voice is there's a reason why Hader stopped doing that voice after a while, because it destroyed his voice, right? And I'm not gonna try to pretend I'm a better voice actor than him. I'm not gonna pretend I can do that voice better. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call your first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Just stopped rushing him down and only punished him. More of the old snake voice destroy. Yeah, it's true. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found here by the window. And the cause of death? In the cause of death, loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in the girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Hard evidence. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Wait, didn't Maya already mention the Thinker statue? She did, yeah. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the cell phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel right across from this crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. There were two people there already. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between your receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So tell us who the two people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are you absolutely sure it was us? I love that. Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes, and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about there. She's pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Unless the judge is actually penalizing us, not really. Immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why is that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. Yeah, you said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yeah. Gah. Sorry, I got into the order of things. I got the order of the things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Do you know yet, chat? Do you know? After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my very own eyes. Do you know what it is, chat? And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. Anybody that hasn't played it yet, have a guess before we get to it. I got a bad feeling about this. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. She's got her father's eyes. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it, Smarty Pants? Who? The killer. The killer. Anyone can see that. Oh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold on. In that case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on the memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. I still think it says Mayo. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. You sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Yeah, I mean, I can just jump to it. I know the answer, but, you know. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the little bits in the blood, the hemogoblins, hermogoblins, I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Ah, nice try. Oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting on there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Wait a minute. The autopsy said death was instantaneous. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. No, piece of carrots, rhubarb. Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? Well, when? It was the day of the murder, right? It was, it was the day after the murder. It was like the following day. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being, that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. You know, and there's definitely nothing wrong with, like, not, giving this evidence to the defense, right? Like, Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. Should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated in the court records. You didn't submit it before this session? Jesus, Edgeworth. It is, yeah. That is a thing that apparently does not exist in this universe. Discovery, like the discovery phase with evidence, apparently just does not exist in this universe. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? There's a good reason he's asked for a second report if he spotted the contradiction in that yeah. That's literally, and I think that is canonically what the reason is, actually. Like, not to spoil anything for people that don't know some of the finer points, I suppose. But yeah, there obviously there was a good reason this time, because there was a genuine contradiction as far as he knew. But also, given what Wright knows of Edgeworth, like, it's not unusual that he would suspect foul play here, right? April May, at your service. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the hearts of every man in this courtroom. There are no gay men in this courtroom, apparently, except Edgeworth and Wright. Tell us, where were you on the night of the 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from Fay & Co.'s law offices? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. That's not going to work on Edgeworth. We know Edgeworth is gay. Come now. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was this mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up with her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little itsy bitsy wink. Well, Your Honor. I see. It's a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Well, wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Yeah, you know, that cowardly way of, coming to truth. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? I mean, yeah. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Yeah, no thanks. Just walks out. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Witness's account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What, that's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know. I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. See how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Oh. Isn't this adding expecting to see something leading the witness? Don't worry about it. It's all we have. If the judge doesn't call us on it, it's fine. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on kneeling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him. The poor girl. Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window, and what did you see next? And then, I saw a woman with long hair getting attacked. I mean, did you, though? The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fey? Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There's only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Wait, no. Do you know, Chad? Are you picking up what's going on here? Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Mia Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. I mean, you definitely cannot tell her figure while wearing that. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all of the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes, ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock? The Thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Teehee. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her in the head with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock? The Thinker, I think. You probably guessed it, chat. Looks like a statue. It's actually a clock. How would she know it was a clock? Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much of the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder! Order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. I will not. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. One. He's caught one murderer. Yeah, well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... Because I heard it? Yeah, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because I couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it's inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Just take a look right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. You knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed. We have the phone recording. Take a look at this. It's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you, then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take out the clockwork, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Ye sure do. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness excuse me, had not seen the clock before. Quite simple. It was made by Larry. There's only 2 of them in existence. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh? Excuse is not on sale today. Oh, You always gotta love these breakdowns. The breakdown animations are always the best. What's it to you, Porcupine Head? Stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! I know, right? It's the reason to play these games, are the breakdowns, right? Oh, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Wink. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Look at that face. Look at that. I love it. Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. Or you held it. Did she? This is familiar territory. I'll just use the same approach as with Larry. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? Order, order. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April, May, you killed Mia Fey, I say. And when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved the thinker was empty. Oh, of course it wouldn't ring. Yeah. Because we know she didn't... She was kind of telling the truth a little bit earlier, weirdly enough. What's more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. No way. Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, that's the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Mr. Wright, you've just made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman. Sorry, Your Honor. That didn't go so well. But, if that's the case, then how did she know the thinker was a clock? Wait. Your Honor, I figured it out. There is one other way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof, you say. Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? The phone we know was tampered with earlier, and we found a wiretap. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May? You were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... I mean, it says it right on, you know... I mean, didn't she say it right there? The statue thing right there. Yeah, it says it right there. I do find it weird that you double present this same evidence like this. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. I do think it's weird that we present this twice. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. We know, blah, blah, blah. Yep, again, what is it this time? Yep, it's a clock. It's made to look like a statue. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Yeah. Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's not fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Hey, Robipple. How you doing? Why the wiretap? Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippy-tapping or irrelevant? Yeah, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. How you doing, Robipple? While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Takashi Miike made a movie of this. Never saw it. I never actually watched it myself either. I should watch it. Well, this court does not yet. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. We didn't accuse her of murder. We accused her of tapping the phone. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. Doing well, just chilling, doing model work? Nice, nice, nice. What you making? However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition. If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I mean, we gotta accept it, right? Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Humph. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, the model that you posted? Nice. Nice, yeah. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. A tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. But it is a little after 7 o'clock, so I think I'm going to give it a save for now. We'll call it a night for now. Necro needs his jingles before I go. Alright. But yeah, I think we'll call it for now, though. We've gone a little over 4 hours. But I was having a good time with that. Oh, screen capture again. Whoop. I mean, I guess we can have Big Bun while we sign off for the night here. So, yeah, I do love those games. I'm having a great time. I hope everybody else is enjoying it as well. I certainly am. Giant buns, exactly. Big bun. But yeah, I'm having a good time with that. Maybe we'll do some more of that tomorrow before the lecture, maybe something else, we'll see. But yeah, I think we'll call it for now. Let's find someone to raid. Let's do that thing, the whole raiding thing. We should do that, right? Do the whole raiding thing, like you do. Let's see, who's raiding? Who's raiding? Who's streaming that we can raid? Let's see. Let's see, let's see. Oh, I'm glad you made it, King. I enjoy it very much. I'm a big fan of the game. Yeah, let's just stream. Yeah, let's just raid someone huge, right? Yeah, definitely. Definitely, yeah. Let's see. Similar or smaller size. Let's see. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. LGBTQ, trans, they're doing some VR chats. Why not? They're in a cute Nova Beast. Why don't we go, we'll go raid this person. Say hey. Why not? Why not? But, alright. Have a great one, everybody. King, Zyre, Sanford, Dirges, Esper, Robipol, Necro, Mr. Match, all y'all. Y'all are lovely beans. Love you all. Thanks for coming, hanging out. Appreciate it. And I'll catch you all tomorrow, hopefully, for it'll be a later stream. We'll actually be starting the stream at about now, tomorrow, this time tomorrow. The lecture will probably be towards the end of the stream. So, but yeah, all right. I will catch you all then. Have a great one, everybody. I'm gonna send you on over. All right. Have a great night.